Greetings, everyone. Oh, let me switch on the GoPro here. Yeah, what was I gonna talk about? Oh, so I just got new tires, and they are awesome. And that's pretty much the gist of it. I didn't have to do anything special to make them awesome. So let's talk about this tire scrubbing. I don't want to say it's a myth. It's not a myth. It used to be a thing. If you don't know, or if you are underinformed, you know, tires have evolved over the years. They used to be made out of much different materials, much different compounds, and different variations of those compounds. Therefore, they had to go through a bunch of stuff. They used to have to, what you call, scrub in tires. Some people would actually take sandpaper or whatever to make the surfaces of the tires rough, because due to the molding process and the factory release agents that they spray on some of the rubber to keep it from sticking to the molding equipment, the tires, when they're from the factory, are pretty slippery. They're shiny, and anything shiny is usually, you know, synonymous with slippery. So you would do like a marring process to get rid of that slippery shininess on the tire. That way you don't slip around when you're out here on the road. Now, my brand new tires are shiny, were shiny-ish. That's because they're brand new. Technology has evolved, but some of these types of materials still need to be kind of, I won't say scrubbed in, but that's the name of the process, but they still need to be scrubbed in. So you can't just get a brand new set of tires and just go out willy-nilly, because you'll probably hurt yourself or somebody else. You need to ride carefully and appropriately until the tires have properly adjusted to the road. That doesn't mean you have to take sandpaper to it. You can if you want. I mean, your tires, but who knows how heavy-handed you're going to be when you're doing it. And then, but if you take too much rubber off one side, you got to make it even on the other side. You ever seen somebody at the barbershop that has a jacked up hairline and they keep trying to edge it back on one side and they screw it up and they have to edge it on the other side? And by the end of the damn haircut, his forehead's at his ears. Yeah, that's how your tires are going to look. So you don't want to do that. You want to let them take their natural course by adjusting to the road conditions as you ride. Therefore, you don't want to go crazy when you first get your tires, because they aren't adjusted yet. They're still a little slippery. They're not anywhere near as slippery as people claim for them to be. So I have a very interesting video that I've also watched by Fast Eddie. He does a bunch of stuff. I think he changed his name to MotoJitsu, but he just happened to be talking about the topic that I was going to talk about. So I'm gonna give the dude some credit. Like, if you can't do the things that he's doing in his video, then don't attempt them, because you don't ever want to attempt something that you're not comfortable with doing on your bike. You can always just do some normal street techniques that almost anybody can do, like a weave technique, the same technique you would do when you are, if you took the cone test that the MSF course was, the Michigan Safety Foundation for us. Any motorcycle, it is the Motorcycle Safety Foundation. Any Motorcycle Safety Foundation test should have you go through a weave test. Basically, there's a cone in front of you, you weave left to right, like so. That same action puts stresses on the outside edges of your tire. When you're just riding down the road, the stressors are on the inside of your tire, the contact patch that's touching the road. So in order for you to wear down those outside contact patches so they'll be ready for you when you want to take some twisties, you just kind of lean left to right, swerve left to right, just a little bit, ever so slightly. You don't want to go crazy, but you want to wear those in and out, in and out. And you can do that for a little while. Now, the time it takes for your tires to scrub in is subjective, because if you got sport touring tires, they're purposely made with harder compounds that take longer to break down. If you got sport tires, like track tires, I mean, they're pretty much ready to go out of the box, if they came in the box. So it's all subjective. I would recommend 50 to 100 miles, and you see how big of a range that is. You really don't know. If you really want to get a good look about how long it takes to wear your tires in, take a picture or take a video of how your tires look when you first get them put on, and then feel them. Feel how tacky they are. Tacky meaning the sticky or the grippiness of the tire. You want to touch the tire, your hand should probably slide right off. And after a couple days of riding, or a couple miles, depending on if you got out and did it in one day, fill those tires again, all around the tire, the inside edge, the outside edge, the center patch down the middle, and you should feel a nominal difference in your tires. But that's all I wanted to do, was yap about that for a second. So I'm done with that topic. I'll think of something else to talk about in a little while. But since I got these brand new tires that are super awesome, I decided to talk about breaking them in, because I'm taking it pretty easy right now. I'm not going crazy. I'm doing normal street speeds. I'll speed up every now and then because motorcycle. And I just wanted to show you what I'm doing on these brand new tires. I'm not doing anything crazy, because you would think after all these years of motorcycles being, you know, around, if there was a such thing as having to do this, which there used to be a legitimate reason to do this, but it wasn't for normal street riders. We're going to break our tires in. It was like for people who are about to hit the road heavy right now on tracks and race. They don't want to deal with the slickness of new tires. We don't need to really worry about that on the street. Unless you're doing something stupid, then that's your fault. So it's not that it's a myth, but it's just no longer really required. So I'm not doing that. I'm not scrubbing my tires in, because I'm not no genie with a piece of sandpaper. If I screw up one of my tires, I'm gonna be pissed. It's almost like making a hard stop and ripping some rubber off and exposing cord. I'm not gonna do that with sandpaper, but there's a chance. Anyway, that's it. I'm done yapping for the second time. Catch you guys later.